to Stuart's when I get into a EDC hammock hung in a waterfall. You can see the fun we've had trying to get this thing up. Very good, very good. Have you ever done regains on ropes? There you go, ladies and gents, that is how you hammock camp in the rainforest. That end, your foot end. Well, there we are, guys. This is the first camp on a modified stick pick here. This is Stuart just coming in behind me. There's our view. Right, I'll show you the setups. We got here last night around about 4 o'clock-ish, 3 o'clock, after prattling around by the waterfall with the EDC hammock. We had surprisingly dry trip in. Stuart was adamant to take me through the swamp to soak me, but it was a swampless swamp. But last night I sure made up for it. It wasn't particularly heavy, but it seemed to go on forever. So yeah, everything's slightly damp. In fact, Stuart's decided he's fed up with having a somewhat sieve-like tarp, so we're gonna remove the paracord and put a new zinget lining on top of his tarp ridge line. Okay, so there's my setup with the hammock gear Cuban fibre tarp. This is the new mesh bags, which are for storing your wet kit in. Pretty ideal out here, actually. One thing we've noticed that we're going to change is the shock cord that was for hanging your kit on. Works very well in theory, however when you load it with an entirely saturated set of clothing, it all kind of gathers up at the bottom. So we're going to remove that and put cord in, which will come out on the further model. Up there's my EDC hammock with my pack in and all my food, and there's the Woodsman X single layer hammock there. I'm trying something a little different tonight. I had the underquilt underneath the hammock in kind of the generic form last night. However, it gives kind of something for the mosquitoes to climb in between. So I'm going to try it on the inside. I'm basically hanging it from the lines on the inside of the hammock. And we're going to see if I can kind of lie on top of it. With it being synthetic, and it's not really there for any kind of heat purposes out here, although it did drop in temperature a little bit this morning. And some water filter in there. Stuart's EDC hammock. The pack's hanging on the tree. Jack's a better 3x3 tarp. The Hennessy Expedition Explorer Deluxe, I think. And he's got the, let me zoom you in a little bit, the older style Dutch clips. With the toggles from, sorry, not the toggles, the ring buckles there, which are the same that you'll see on the Warbonnet Blackbird and the Warbonnet Ridgerunner hammocks. Stuart's mesh bag. We've got the original jungle chair, and there's a jungle chair there set up in kind of hammock mode, and we're going to go out shortly and photograph a little bit more kit, so we'll do a little bit more video then, I think. That's it, but just enjoy the noise. It's quieting down a little bit. It was just astonishing last night, the sounds. And it just goes on forever.